It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And we get to see Paul George tonight. Tremendous all-around player, but Shaq, if you were in George's shoes, what's the one area you might try to improve on?
I think he can get to the line more often because he's a great free throw shooter, and you want to make the most of that, Ernie.
You know what? He's a great playmaker, and he was exceptional before he got to Oklahoma City and before he got injured. So now he's going to just continue that. He's learning to reinvent himself in a different way.
It's time to tip this game off.
Let's tip it off.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan, and let's tip it off.
Live from Los Angeles, we proudly bring you the Clippers at the Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Nuggets will kick off their road trip right here. And of course, Kawhi Leonard. We saw him deliver a very nice performance in his first game for the team, from coaches to fans, and I'm sure his teammates. A very welcome moment for him.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype, or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
When the super teams are dominant game after game, some people are going to ask, what's the point of even playing a game like this?
Well, in the regular season, I hear that all the time, and I sort of laugh at it, because this is what the season is about. Sure. 82-game grind, having competition not only with opponents, but within yourself, within your team, battling for minutes. And we understand that a lot of these teams are built to win in the postseason. The regular season doesn't mean much for them. They're going to qualify for the playoffs, but there are other teams in this league, Kevin, trying to fight to improve. And on nights where you have opportunities to play against that kind of dominant team, a coach can say, see the potential, see what is possible. We just saw it here tonight.
And take some personal pride in your performance.
No doubt about it. And you can stack yourself up against these super teams that roll into your arena to find out exactly where you are. And sometimes winning a game like that, for a coaching staff, they can say, let's use this momentum to build on it. We just beat one of the better teams in the league. So psychologically, it works in a lot of ways during a regular season.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's Porter at the small forward position. Count it, good. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Mbamute. It's George on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got his second basket of the game.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
It's good.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. And George kicks to Harrell. Back to George.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
Millsap down low. He's guarded by Mbamute. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Mike Malone.
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And that one's good by Porter.
Well, if my counting is right, they've made 4 of their first 5. That's good.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Shoots the 3. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets leading by 4. Harris kicks to Murray. And it's sent back by George.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
Over in the corner, Mbamute. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And such a great shooting stroke for Gary Harris. Brent, starting to become a guy who can create as well for others.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has a score-first mentality, but he's capable of doing that, and he's really about the team. He really does whatever it is that the staff is asking of him. He's surrounded by some good young talent, and he seems to fit right in with everything that goes on top of the responsibilities that Mike Malone gives him.
And the Clippers making a change here. Green's checked in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Murray, no good.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
And here's Beverly after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Drills it from outside. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Murray, it's tipped. And stolen by Murray. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Hernan Gomez comes in for Porter. And it's Will Barton in for Harris. Now here's Murray. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
You can make a case that Lou Williams is at his best in that kind of situation. Dynamite in transition.
For Denver, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Jokic with it. Now guarded by Harrell. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Now here's George. Hernan Gomez covering, and George kicks to Green. On the wing, Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Pass to Harrell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Murray, the pass to Barton. Jokic with it, defended by Beverly. Here's Hernan Gomez. Here's Jokic. It's tipped. Beverly with the ball. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And he dunks it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Lou Williams last season dropping a career-high 50 points on the Golden State Warriors in a regular season game.
Well, he led the Clippers to that convincing win on the road against the defending champs, and you better believe he saves his best game for the stiffest of competition.
And he makes the first.
Lou Williams and that wisdom gives a boost to the confidence of the entire team, someone the younger guys look up to.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Reese Harkless comes in for George. And then for Denver, Grant, he's checked in for Jokic. And Morris subbed in for Murray. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Interesting, Kevin. I got drafted by the Nuggets, never played there. They drafted me 15th overall back in the 1995 draft and then shipped me out. I would have been a much better skier, by the way.
No good from Grant. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Harkless kicks to Harrell. Down low. Here's Zubac. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And, Brent, I'm thinking back to that trade. The Nuggets were moving up to select Antonio McDyess.
Yeah, McDyess went number 2 overall and obviously went on to have a pretty stellar career. And Rodney Rogers and I went to Los Angeles, where I got a lot of early minutes in my rookie campaign. So interesting trade on draft night. That is a good option. You could throw that ball just about anywhere, even the top of the square. Jeremy Grant ripping one off.
Williams finds Harkless. Back to Williams. Now here's Zubac. Martin defending. Williams passes to Harrell. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. The Clippers in second.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Denver shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. Morris kicks to Grant. Back to Morris. Denver needs to get off his shot. Takes a shot at the elbow. Barton, no luck.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
No good from Zubac. Knocked away. Harkless with the steal. Outside Williams. Los Angeles with another miss.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested 3 is not your objective. One more maybe.
He kicks it to Harkless. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Harkless has got his first points of the game.
Oh, tough play. Boy, did he have to fight to get that one to the rim.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Plumlee. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's where Plumlee operates best. The closer to the basket, the better chance he has of converting.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Brent, a major pivot for the Clippers last season, trading away the most important player in franchise history, Blake Griffin.
Well, the front office made mention of sustainability and production over cost, and felt like it was the right time for them to move on. The size of that max contract, the injury risk of Blake Griffin and what's happened and transpired the past couple of seasons convinced them that they might be able to clear that out of the way, get some flexibility, and rebuild the roster in the way that they wanted to moving forward.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. And Bahamute's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Williams. Clock is at 3. Here's Harkless. The Clippers rebound. Over in the corner, and Mbamute misses the 3. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Barton dishes to Morris. Here's Plumlee, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Clippers shooting 45% from the field early. To the paint. Clippers moving the ball around. Here is Mbamute. Here's Beverly. The pass to Zubats. Here is Mbamute. Misses the 3.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Harkless with the steal. Unloads from 13. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Grant. And Zubats picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Last season, Brent, the addition of two-way contracts. Does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
Harkless finds Zubats. Here is Mbamute, and he's good on the 3-ball. Mbamute has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Plumlee. Barton outside. Here's Grant. Over Harkless. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Grant's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a lot of hard work in the offseason for Jeremy Grant to become better at the mid-range, finding some footing there.
Mbamute, the pass to Magruder. And Grant sends it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Jeremy Grant out of Syracuse, the rare second-round pick, Brent, who's gotten steady NBA minutes throughout his young career.
Yeah, interesting minutes last year in OKC, where he started to make a big difference, actually playing off the bench at the 5 spot and taking advantage with his quickness and athleticism on the roll. I look at a vet like Richard Mbamute, an elite defender, as a guy he might be able to emulate, but more so from the 5 position.
And he makes the first. And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jarian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
Now here is Harris. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas. Beverly against Morris. Kicks it to Porter. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 19. No good off the back of the rim. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. The versatile Paul George spoke about how special it is to play at the Staples Center.
Super special. Just growing up the hugest Kobe fan. That was my household, full of Lakers and Kobe fans. So this is always historic to be here, for my family to come here.
Always special to play in your hometown.
Yeah, family and friends in attendance. You want to be at your best.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Jermichael Green is out there with Luke Mbamute. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Magruder in at the shooting guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Pass to Zubac. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Denver the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, the drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far. Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. Well, Luke Mbamute, a defensive specialist out of UCLA.
You know, he's probably a natural small forward, but this is a guy that can defend literally 1 through 5. I mean, his offensive confidence has also grown through the years and starting to develop a reliable three-point shot, even making some plays from time to time off the dribble.
No good on the free throw, and the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Murray's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Really crushing the glass last season were the Nuggets, 7th overall in the league in rebounding and 2nd in offensive rebounds, which created a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yep, that one goes in there. Harris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
Well, comfortable under pressure there. Gary Harris beating the defense in the painted area.
Feeds to Green. Out to the wing. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And talking about the Nuggets, they've been a good rebounding team now for a while.
Yeah, top 10 in the league over the past 7 seasons. Not a lot of people talk about their rebounding prowess, but the boards are one of those sneaky places where they can get possession and control the game a bit.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Porter kicks to Murray. Passes to Jokic. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Now here's Green. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. George.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
The Nuggets leading by 6. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Murray outside. And Jokic wide open. He shoots off target from outside. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Shamet, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, Paul George definitely had a chance to take that one himself, but he makes the smart play and a quick dish to a teammate.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Murray kicks to Millsap. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there. Denver's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Murray, here we go. The pass to Jokic. Porter in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Clippers.
You look at Paul Millsap's career and just how much has changed from being the role player in Utah and scoring around the basket to becoming part of that great run in Atlanta where he expanded his game to the three-point line. Now that scoring and that rebounding is a huge part of what they need here in Denver.
The first one falls. And talking Millsap, you really do know what you're going to get from him year in and year out.
Yeah, it's super consistent, and it goes beyond the stats. He plays with great passion. He's tough. He wants to win basketball games, and that desire shows up every night. The interesting thing is about Paul Millsap being a carrier for this ball club. It's a role he's still getting used to.
Both good from the line that time.
I think publicly Paul Millsap has been underrated, but if you talk to people around the league and those people in the know, what he did at his time in Atlanta certainly was something that garnered a lot of attention as a versatile power forward who could play some defense, a self-made player in this league.
Denver leading by 4. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
And how about the numbers on Paul Millsap? Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. Averaging 13 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And I like it when stars do exactly that. It's not just about scoring 50 or 40 or 30. It's about making plays consistently.
Shamet. And the shot is long. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Murray kicks to Jokic. Over Harrell. And again, Denver no good. Clippers trail by 4. Williams attacking. Harrell, that's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Denver's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harris outside. To the inside. And stolen by Harrell. And here's the fast break. Back to Green. Clippers moving the ball around. Shamet. He's covered by Murray. Shamet, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one falls for him. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO, because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. And it's Jamal Murray with the three. Murray's got 9 points.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Williams for three. Buries it from three-point range.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Pass to Harrell. Over in the corner, Williams. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Nuggets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's tightly guarded, and it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, that's not a chance that Jokic is going to mess up. He's too good around the rim.
And the Clippers call time here. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Denver. Beverly with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Beverly against Murray. Williams for three. Drills the three-pointer. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Now here's Murray, defended by Harkless. Count that one. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Athletic and quick, Plumlee is a good partner in the pick-and-roll game if delivered.
Pass to Harrell. Stolen by Grant. One-on-one fast break. Here's Barton. Good on the bucket.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Now here's Williams. 15 points in the game. Throws it up high, and Harrell slams it in.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Barton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas.
Defensive mindset tonight was huge. He was a real pest coming up with all those steals and had great activity.
Now here's Barton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the feed to Plumlee. And stolen by Williams. Here's George in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Jamal Murray, you can't start much younger than Jamal did. At age 3, he reportedly could play basketball for hours on end. Where's the nap time, Kevin? Where is the nap time?
The Nuggets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Free throw good, Murray. There really isn't a time in Murray's life that he wasn't great at this game.
No, in Canada, just such a great career in Ontario. Played alongside, actually, Thon Maker. And then 1 year at Kentucky. Who doesn't have 1 year at Kentucky? Drafted 7th overall. And what an amazing fit that he's still pointing up and improving. One of the game's more deadly shooters right now. Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
George, no good. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Mavericks. Inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And let's check out a group of shooting guards that have been doing some dirty work inside lately, averaging the most rebounds per game at their position over the last 10 games. Paul George on top.
And a 2-guard who's as prolific a rebounder as he is a rare breed in the NBA. You usually don't expect it from an off guard, but he's a big contributor on the glass.
A lot of big guys in the league that don't like to get touched up like he does at that 2 spot. So he gets in there, he bangs with the best of them, and then he competes for those rebounds.
Now here's Harrell. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with it.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Barton surveying the floor. Got a hand on it.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
Here's Harkless. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Paul George. 10th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, this roster for the Clippers is in transition, no doubt about it. You think of the franchise's history, plenty of dysfunction, but over the last 5 or 6 years, they've been the best team in LA. Now it's a time for them to reset, try to find some new stars to carry it forward.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And Brent, you look at the Clippers ownership group, the front office, the coaching staff. It's a different story now from days past, isn't it?
Well, it just feels a little bit more stable. It just feels like they want to compete at the highest level, and they will do the things necessary to commit to winning. And we've seen that happen pretty quickly for the Clippers.
Now Morris, following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams. They get the rebound. Plumlee, that's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Beverly finds Harkless. 1:57 left in the first half. The 3 from George. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Down low, here's Grant. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Grant's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. He kicks to George. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. For the Clippers, Mbah a Moute's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Roddy Magruder's subbed in for Lou Williams. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Torrey Craig comes in for Barton.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks. And the Clippers miss again. Denver's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Morris against Beverly. Grant, right side. Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. And it goes down 2 points. 30 seconds left now here in the second. Lets it go from 11. The shot by George, no good.
And he looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Now Morris, 17 points in his last outing. Shot clock at 6. Kicks to Millsap. And it's sent back by George. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. And they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Welcome back, everyone. There he is, the one and only Magic Johnson, whose statue stands just outside Staples Center. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been a clinic out there by Lou Williams.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
Here's Harris. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Murray and Harris, the guards. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. And it's Porter at the small forward. And the 3-ball is good. Magruder's got the first field goal of the second half for Los Angeles. Denver in the lead. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Back to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. George is checked in for Zubac. From 18 feet away. And that one hits back iron.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning, but they'd like to get him going.
So they take the lead. Magruder's got his second basket of the night. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Wide open look here for Murray, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Murray right now just on a roll, scoring at will on the offensive end.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 7.
Man, sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
To the middle. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
And so he hits both. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the chart.
And that one, good. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And nothing you can do right there as George is aggressive, getting to the inside and over the top of the defense.
Shamet rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, he picked up the ball clean. He has a sneaky court awareness that you have to be careful around. That time results in the steal.
Now here's Murray. He's got 16. Now the pass to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Over George. That shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Paul George in 2017-18 taking his three-point shooting to new heights. In fact, Brent, the best percentage of his career. Most makes, too.
Well, he's one of the league leaders, Kevin, every year, and just becomes so dangerous from the three-point line. He's playing in that secondary offensive role in OKC. He pretty much feasted on catch-and-shoot opportunities with Westbrook having the ball.
First one falls for him.
Well, PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. And that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave. Do they have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin. The 7 great years from Paul George, obviously had to recover from the leg injury and came back strong. But PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title, and that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
Here's Magruder. Following the basket by Paul Millsap. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 12.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Denver calls timeout. This is an unselfish group here in Denver. This team, Brent, can really pass the ball.
5th overall last year in assists, 2nd overall the year before that. And you got to give credit to Mike Malone and his coaching staff, because what they've done is they played Jokic at that point center position, distributing the ball from the top, and have guys who cut off the ball. So interesting mix of talent using their center as the passer.
Here's Jokic, and he gets it to go. Jokic has got 10 points.
Jokic and body control. Man, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Pass to George. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Over Porter, pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. George has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Harris outside. Shoots a fader. Green with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 5. Dishes to Harrell. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Murray kicks to Millsap. Off target with his 3.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Harrell, the pass to Magruder. A second chance effort, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Harris outside. And he banks in the layup. 7 points in the game.
And that's a correct way to run the pick and roll. Gary Harris gets a shot right in his comfort zone.
Outside, George. Jokic against Harrell. And a deep three from George. And another three for the Clippers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harrell against Jokic. Millsap left side. And that one drops. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Millsap, the go-to guy here. This offense has some sets where they like to get him the ball in some isolation. Good work on the inside that time.
In the corner, George with it. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 23 points.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Paul George really making a difference here.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
A different look for Denver. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Millsap. Grant comes in for Porter. And Barton subbed in for Harris. And stolen by Harrell. Tipped away. Stolen by Grant. 5-on-3 break. Here's Murray. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
That's a tricky little move there as Murray found a little bit of space and then got that floater off.
Beverly against Murray. And Beverly kicks to Green. Back to Beverly. Five on the clock. Pass to Williams. Over Hernangomez. Here's Harrell. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, Montrezl Harrell, seen by many as a throw-in in that Chris Paul trade, has paid huge dividends for the Clippers.
That's good from Harrell. And with Harrell standing 6'8", he seems undersized, Brent, but his wingspan measured over 7'4".
Well, the wingspan and the effort that he plays with, which is hard to measure but easy to see, makes him very unique at that position. Long arms, very strong, and just runs the floor. I mean, he just takes off down the floor and hard to stop once he gets going.
Brent, Montrezl Harrell out of Louisville came into the league as an energy player, but he can score as we're seeing in bunches.
Well, I think with starters minutes, he might give you a few 20-point nights, but mostly his impact has been huge with energy and effort coming off the bench in constant motion around the rim, and a great finisher as well.
Here is Williams following the basket by Jokic. Here's Green. He feeds it to Harrell. Back to Green. The shot missing. And Denver the other way now. Grant gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. 7-point differential. Harrell dishes to Williams. Takes a three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Barton with some nice D. Morris finds Jokic. It's Barton on the wing. Back to Jokic. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Beverly. Jokic moves back up. Shot's good by Hernangomez. Hernangomez has got 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Williams passes to Green. From deep. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 7th assist here tonight.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Now, here's Jokic. 12 points for him. Great D that time from Green.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Williams' shot is off.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Barton kicks to Jokic. Morris passes to Jokic. Denver passing it around. George against Grant. Out to Morris. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. In the corner, George with it. You see a chart here for the shooting performance so far from Murray.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Doc Rivers might have done his best coaching job last year. You think about how many G League guys came in and started games, and he even talked about it as being a season with a breath of fresh air, with all that newness and the things he had to teach and go back to the drawing board. So a heck of a year for them, and they might have found some gems.
And George drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Denver calls timeout.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Jonathan Motley's checked in for the Clippers. And Denver also making a switch. Murray's checked in for Beasley. And here are the Nuggets now, trailing by 10. Murray against Beverly. And Plumlee kicks to Murray. Nailed from three-point land. Murray's got 8 here in the quarter. And Doc raved about last season's roster. But Brett, he admitted by the end of the Blake Griffin, Chris Paul era, he had it up to here with all the chemistry issues.
Well, he said that every playoff disappointment, Doc felt like the buy-in of the entirety of the team got narrower, as if they couldn't get it done because of what had happened the season before or 2 seasons before that. So a very hard group to coach, a very talented group to coach, but a lot of things lingered in that locker room, and if you're not on the same page, there's just no way to climb that mountaintop.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's Murray. 21 points in the game. From outside, off the mark. Beverly against Murray. Now here's Beverly. He's tightly guarded. And Barton throws it down.
Oh, yeah, sure, Will Barton, you could have laid that one in, but why? People pay tickets to see that kind of stuff. Now, Will Barton, think that this is a guy who came out of nowhere, but he was a 5-star recruit back in high school. Interesting thing is that he has not grown all that much since his time in high school, but certainly his game has.
One shot, gentlemen.
And, of course, Barton's second-round pick struggled early to find his niche in this game.
Yeah, another one of those guys that had to have a little bit of time in the developmental league in the first couple seasons. We're all about the learning process, and then, boom, the light goes on, the shooting starts to improve, he gets in the right system, he gets the right opportunity. He's been a very strong contributor ever since.
Now, here's Beverly, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Taken away by Williams. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly finds Zubats. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Denver's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Back to Barton over Williams. And again, Denver no good. Clippers leading by 8. Passes it to Motley. Over Plumlee. Inside. Zubac the pass to Beverley. Murray with the defensive effort. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. There's 42 seconds left in the third. And Barton throws it down.
How about the lift there from Barton? Knows when to hold him and knows when to fold him.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And Beverley kicks to Motley. Back to Beverley. The pass to Mbamute. Murray left side. Clock at 6. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Jokic.
Nice looking mid-ranger there from Jokic. Money in the bank from that spot.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Clippers leading by 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac, Luke Mbamute out there with Lou Williams, and it's Magruder in at the 3 slot. And here is Los Angeles now. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Murray outside. Good on the triple. Murray's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nuggets.
Well, after hitting a 3 earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
And Mbamute kicks to Williams. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Mbamute.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. The Nuggets trail by 3. On the wing, Harris. Poked loose, taken away by Williams. Here's Magruder. Shamet, right wing, tries again. And good, he nails it. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game has broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. Porter dishes to Harris. Murray outside. And it's off from 3-point range. Los Angeles leading by 5. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings.
And that game against the Spurs, That's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. The Nuggets with another miss. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Porter. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Outside, George. Shamet, guarded by Harris. Porter with the steal. Here's Murray. Misses off the right iron. Clippers leading by 3. Here's George, and the shot goes down. George has got 16 points here in the second half.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size, being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
And finished off by Porter.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Right wing. Murray, the pass to Plumlee. Over Harrell. Plumlee, no luck. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now, Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
And he can't get the first one.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Green's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Jokic has checked in for Mason Plumlee. And the second free throw, good.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Here's Jokic. Here's Murray. Green with the rebound. Green's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball, but that was a bad turnover.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. And here is Murray. Millsap. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That straight line drive there from Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode. Let's see if he can cash in now at the line.
That free throw, no good. An exciting team in Denver these days, and their fans are letting them know it.
Yeah, they're starting to get fired up in Denver. The arena sold out 14 times last year compared to just 3 times the year before. So for decades, this has been a football town. Nuggets starting to garner some attention with the type of roster and the way that they play.
And he's good on the second. Here's Murray.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I like that penetration there. Murray getting to the cup with great quickness.
First free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Both shots good from the stripe. Clippers leading by 5. Kicks it to Harrell. Pass to George. Over in the corner, Green. Clock at 6. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray outside. Now the dish to Millsap. Second shot opportunity. That's tipped.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Passes it to Harris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Murray outside. Now the pass to Porter. Stolen by George. Porter with the steal. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And the call up against Jokic. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And that's 5. One more and he'll be disqualified. Got to be more careful.
Shamet. He's covered by Murray. It's George on the wing. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so here's Denver. 7-point differential. Murray surveying the D. Shot from free throw range. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And it's Harrell missing. The Nuggets trail by 7. For 3, Harris knocks down the 3 ball.
Outstanding look from the perimeter from Gary Harris. When he gets space to shoot from there, he has no problems with it.
Shamet. He's covered by Murray. Back to Green. Harrell against Jokic. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And Murray, here we go. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 4 points. The basket there from Millsap.
And the 4th quarter just has not been kind. Only 1 bucket in 5 attempts.
Shamet. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Harris outside. And slam dunk by Harris.
He's such a great athlete. Love seeing Gary Harris at his size float through the air like that.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Shamet guarded by Harris and stolen by Harris. He kicks it to Porter for the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Pass to Green. To the wing on the left. Pass to George. Porter with the steal. Here's Murray. It's good. This game is all even. Murray's got 15 points here in the second half.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
Shamet, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Jokic, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Juan Hernan-Gomez, who's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And that one misses. And Los Angeles with some changes. And Bahamute comes in for Jermichael Green. Lou Williams is subbed in for Rodney Magruder. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
Williams against Harris. Murray outside. And it's good for two. Murray's got 30.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Outside Williams. Back to George. To the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Passes it to Murray. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Now it's a three-point Nugget lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
That's tipped and stolen by Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, that's some leadership being built right there as Gary Harris knocks it down. Not afraid. Got to respect that one.
And the Clippers call time here.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jamal Murray.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Martin's checked in for Juan Hernan-Gomez. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Murray dishes to Millsap. To the paint. Here's Barton. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Shamet. Almost, but it rolls out. Denver's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And Millsap slams it in.
Man, once Millsap gets the ball in his hands, everyone in the building knowing he was going to take and make that shot.
Williams against Harris. Shamet goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. 20 points for him.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Well, it's nice that he holds some things in reserve because he knows his time to explode. And then the soft lane.
And here's George for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
There's a minute 34 left in the 4th quarter. Murray outside. Again, the Nuggets score.
How about Murray stepping up, poised for this young player?
1:25 left to play here in the 4th. Harris against Williams. Shamet. No good from outside. Denver in the lead. Stolen by George. Lets it go from deep. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 23 points.
Lou Williams living for the moment. Got clutch written all over him here tonight.
Now here's Murray. With the teardrop, they retain possession. Los Angeles has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Williams against Harris. Double team on Williams. Shamit. The three-pointer, no good. Porter passes to Murray. Out to Harris. And the turnover again by Denver.
Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Williams against Harris. There's the pass to Harrell. 16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 5 on the clock for three. Williams, no good from three-point territory. Shamit. Oh, missed it. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Denver. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Mbamute. He's out there with Paul George. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Lou Williams. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
You saw by that putback there, he's just completely locked in. They're getting full contributions from him right now.
Harris kicks to Murray. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's now 37 points for Jamal Murray. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Harrell. Mbamute up top. Millsap covering. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. The Nuggets shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Murray outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, Murray's showing that he has the ability to draw the fouls. Just a beautiful anticipation play to get to the free throw line.
And so Murray nails both of them. Clippers trail by 3. Shamit, he's covered by Murray. And Mbamute kicks to Williams. Pass to Harrell. Over in the corner, Williams. The three-pointer, no good. The Nuggets leading by 3. Ripped away. From deep. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
Denver with the ball. Another steal. Pass to Harrell. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Barton outside. He dishes it to Murray. To the middle. Here's Millsap. Misses off the left iron. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land. 0 for 4 since regulation ended. Just under 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. It's Barton on the wing. He's defended by Harrell. 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Baamute with the steal. Here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Williams. And both free throws good for Paul George.
He really relished these moments, and he loves those pressure situations.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Three minutes gone now here in overtime. Barton kicks to Millsap. And the pass to Harris. 6 to shoot. Pulls up. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
And as this game progresses, Kevin, I'm getting the feeling that Harris could be a good option.
Pass to George. Second shot opportunity. Lets the 3 fly. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got 45 points.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Feeds it to Porter. Puts it up from 17. Here's Millsap. It's deflected. Here's McGruder. Guarded by Harris. And it's Harrell missing. The Nuggets trail by 3. And there's the foul. It's on Rodney McGruder. That's his first foul. Murray outside. In the corner, it's Harris. On the wing, Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Millsap, and it's blocked. One-on-one fast break. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And here are the Nuggets now. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Here's George. That one's not going to go. Barton with some nice D. Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 23 seconds left in overtime. Denver making a switch here. Humley's checked in. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Murray outside. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Outside, George Mbamute. The 3 won't fall. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. So it's Denver now. Murray outside to take the lead. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. And here's George for 3. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The feed now to Harris.
And Gary Harris has a ton of confidence, has a ton of versatility, and is so important for this team. It'll be fun to watch the maturation process of one Gary Harris.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Here's Mbamute. Pass to Magruder. Clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Harrell finds Mbamute.
Hustle play for Millsap as the shot was going up, not making that one easy.
And Mbamute can't get it to go. Passes to Murray. Fires for 3. The rebound by Paul George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. And it's Magruder in the corner. Drains the three-pointer.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Nuggets shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Murray dishes to Millsap. Murray kicks to Plumlee. Over Harrell. That one no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Good work there as it goes. 22 points for him.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Harris kicks to Porter. Takes the 3. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting shot. Harrell. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Jonathan Motley's checked in for the Clippers. one falls for Paul Millsap. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. The Clippers in the lead. George passes to Magruder. To the right side. Kicks it to Mba Amute. Shamet. Denver grabs the miss. In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Murray. Down low. Plumlee trying to break loose. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Murray.
Like seeing Paul go with the floater there, showing off the delicate touch, especially for a guy his size.
The pass to Zubats. Here's Magruder. No good on the triple. Knocked away. And a wide open look for Porter. Gets an open look and hits. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Zubats finds George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
The Nuggets shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Murray outside. Makes it off the glass. Murray's got 43 points.
That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
Pass to George. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Passes it to Millsap. That one good for 2. Millsap's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, the play was directly designed for Millsap to get the ball in his sweet spot, and he comes through.
Pass to George. Pass to Zubats. Here is Mba Amute. Trifecta. They're on cloud 9.
That was a huge lift for this crowd.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 1. There's 47 seconds left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. Over to the left wing. Count it!
And you could feel it from the second the ball landed in Plumlee's hands that he had his eyes on the rim. Huge basket there.
Kicks it to George. Down low. Here's Zubats. Count it!
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Deflects the pass. Back to Plumlee. Stolen by Zubats. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Magruder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Gary Harris. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. There's 21 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just 1. What do you think, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
Porter dishes to Plumlee. Poked away. Plumlee with the steal.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Here's George. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Murray kicks to Plumlee. And here's Harris from the arc. Misses the shot. So the Clippers with the win. The double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.